Hello, welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Libra weekly money and career reading from March 27th to April 2nd, 2023. Libra, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Libra weekly money and career, March 27th to April 2nd. 2023. I cannot believe we're already in April. I hope you're all doing okay wherever you situate yourself in the world. Libra, the moon, uncertain, trying to figure things out, not quite sure on what you're going to do, right? Indecisive, but also not very clear on the situation. Yes. 10 of Wands, you're at the end of a cycle, a little anxiety, a little stress, a little competition there on what you're doing. Maybe it's within a job, maybe it's within a business, uncertain of the next step. You have decisions to make, you're not quite sure, you don't have all the information yet, and it seems stressful and anxiety driven, Libra. But let's see what this is all about. You're trying to understand. You're trying to figure this out. Should you go back to something? Should you go back to a job or back to a job closer to your family? Or should you go back to a company you would like to work with, or you liked to work with? Sorry. It seems like you want to gain more skills or allow more skills to come in, or maybe you're acquiring more skills with the High Priestess, but you really have a certain understanding that you probably have to go back to something. Maybe you're going back to a job, maybe you're going back to a situation, yes, and that will give you more financial stability. Let me just check if these cards are straight. Libra, yeah, it's really about the uncertainty, or are you not going back to that job? Are you or are you not going back to that position, or back to your hometown, or back to that company business, or back to working with your family, or back to something that is your comfort place, right? And so is that something you want to do? You're not quite certain yet. Let's pull some more cards. You're trying to figure it out. Follow your gut feeling. You have the High Priestess, right? Understanding what the situation is, understanding what this is all about. But the High Priestess is also allowing new information to come in. She's the sign of a sort of heightened state of consciousness, so you know what is happening. You're realizing what you have to do, right? You feel a little bit stuck, but you understand that you have to open up to something more important. You realize the power of your intuition, and you want to develop more skills. You want to develop more knowledge, right? But you have to maybe go back to school, or maybe go back to something, somewhere you were before. You're sort of stuck in that. Should I remain in this position, or should I go back to my comfort zone where I can make money, where it's more stable, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'm indecisive. And so just be careful not to force it by trying to do everything at the same time, and allow this to come in, to flow at its own pace. There's new knowledge here, there's new experience here, there's new information here. Wait until you get the information so you can make your decision, right? It's yes, making your decision. Justice, it's an important decision. It can be a life decision, right? It can be moving. I don't see moving here, but it feels like that. It feels like if it's not moving, it's you wanting to go back to something. Should you or should you not? Should I not? I feel stuck. I don't have all the information yet. Is it the right time to move back to my home country? Is it the right time to go back to that company? Is it the right time to go back to that career that I love so much, or back to work with those people, or back to work with family? You know, take it as it resonates, because that is going to open up to more understanding, more knowledge. But it is, and you're making something official here with the Hierophant, but you're also accessing more knowledge. Maybe someone is mentoring you, or maybe you are mentoring someone, right? With this King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. Maybe this person, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a boss, right? You're making something official. You are deciding. I'm just looking at the Justice here. I think that, yeah, a lot of arguments, having to prioritize, feeling stuck in a certain situation, but this is a big decision. This is a pivotal decision with the Justice. And Justice is all about knowing, especially with the Hierophant and the High Priestess, you have both of them understanding the situation and knowing that you have to open up. You're aware that you're opening up to something completely different, something more important in your life, something more important in your family life, in your personal life, in your career, right? But it's sort of more than just career. And you want, or you are going back to something more conventional, more secure, more structured, right? More conservative. I think that you're going back to a process or a company or an idea or a job that has already proven to work in the past, and you don't want to rock the boat, or you don't want to think outside of the box right now. And the conflict is, you're stagnating here because you're not comfortable with this situation, right? It's nothing bad, but maybe you're in a job that you're not used to, or you took a job that you never did before, required more experience, but people hired you, and maybe you're not comfortable, or maybe it was a job where you were going to gain more experience along the way, right? And you're not comfortable with that. You want to go back to something that is more something that you've already did, something you're more comfortable in. And so I think that you might be seeking a mentor. You don't have to be. Maybe even seeking a guide, or a religious guide. Doesn't have to be, but it's something traditional methods, and it can be spiritual. Really doesn't have to be, but it can be guiding you. But it is a big decision. And I think that if you don't make the decision, the universe is sort of going to push you in the right direction to go back to something. It really feels like that. And you're waiting for those answers, but I think Page of Wands, something new. There you go. I think that you will make a decision. I think that you have to organize yourself. You have to prioritize. You feel stuck. And there's also a lot of commotion here with the Five of Wands. A lot of discussions, a lot of petty arguments. King of Wands, Page of Wands, ambitious, right? Wanting to move forward on something new. It's going to be new, but it's going to be something that you're much more comfortable with. All right, let's see. Yeah. You're the Five of Pentacles. Disconnect with this job or with this situation, wherever you stand now. You're going on to your patience. You will get the answers. You will make the decision. But with the Hangman, something new is coming, and it's important not to push, to allow all these new energies or these forces to come in, right? To surrender to the opportunity and pause, reassess, assess, make sure you know what you want, you prioritize, right? You sort everything out. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. It becomes exciting, and you're finding financial balance, you know, or sort of harmony, much more harmony in your home. And also, yeah, long-term financial stability, or sort of financial stability. But yes, you want to make things official. You want to go back to something safer. And I think you're reevaluating where you stand, where this is all going. And it's new, and you're waiting for answers. So don't force it to come in, but at the same time, since it's different than what you expected, you know, take time out of your routine to connect. Take time out with a new way of thinking and seeing and understanding that this transition, this new way, is going to put you back where you really want to. So this opportunity, if there's an opportunity there with the Hangman, a different type of opportunity that you are in now, maybe a different type of company, maybe other people, maybe other country, maybe, I don't think it's moving. I think it's really someone connecting with you, or a company connecting with you, or, you know, that you didn't expect, offering you or pushing you, right, to decide to go back to that comfort zone. But it's a big decision. Like, you haven't been in that comfort zone for a while. You haven't been in that type of job for a while, or you haven't been back home in a while, or something like that. Or you haven't worked with family, with friends for a while. And this is something that you're thinking long and hard. Is this really what I need to do right now? Wow. King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag. Double the King of Wands. So this can be a family member, friend, co-worker, boss, whatever it is. Someone important in your life, or at least someone important in this decision, very involved in this decision, right? So maybe this is a family member, maybe this is a boss that really wants you to shift and move back to a, maybe it moved back to a certain job within the company. Maybe you're in a company and you shifted and you were put somewhere else in another team or another, and then you realize you want to go back to where you were, something like that. And this is your boss, doesn't have to be. Yeah, open. You're moving on to something else, taking on more responsibility, I think. But you can be moving, definitely can be moving physically, or maybe you're going back to, choosing. Maybe you're going back to a job that you had previously in another town or something like that. You had this already, but you've been gone for a while. So maybe you're in the same company and going back to that job, and you've been dispatched or something, or you had another job in another city. I don't know why I keep thinking it's another city or another place, and now you're going back to, it's almost like you're going back to the main company, zone, the mother company, or whatever you call that, right? You're going back to that. Yeah, you're clear on that. You're clear on that, but you have to make a decision, and it's a big decision. But, you're okay with that. It's gonna bring back harmony in your home, harmony in your family. You're happy with that decision because it really feels like you were put in a job, maybe to develop something in a different city, but in the same company, right? And you did it, but that was not for you, right? You did it because it's your company, and that was the right thing to do, and you have to pay the bills, and you just went on. Maybe it was more responsibility, right? And you realize that's not for you, and you're going back to that job that you were in before. Okay. But you're clear now. You're clear on your objectives. So yes, what I cannot say it. I keep going in circles, right? Back to your comfort zone. But it's all worth it. It's all worth it because you are coming back, but you are at the same time gaining more responsibility within that, even though, you know, it might have changed a little bit. It's different, but you're back to that job, back to that sector or place or office, right, that you were in before. Wow. Okay. Yes. There you go. 2 times the Hierophant. Message for the road. Making things official. Structuring. Also higher knowledge. You understand the situation. You understand what you have to do. If you want to go back, you understand what it's all about. Maybe you have to be mentored again. Maybe you have to mentor others, right? But you are making this official. Yes, and the Lovers again. Can be dealing with a Gemini. Doesn't have to be, but yes. 7 of Wands. You feel like you have to prove yourself. You proved yourself once, but now you have to prove yourself again to get that job back, to go back to that, to the main office or something like that. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like you've done your job. Now you want to go back. And 2 times the Lovers. Very clear on what your objective is and what you want to do. But most importantly, you know what you can articulate that, but you're really in touch with what is most important for you, what touches you emotionally, Libra. And I think your heart is open and you're going to a different type of job where you're what you see is what you get. You can be yourself, right? And there's no filter. You're used to everybody knows you, and you're very comfortable there, and it's just a pleasure for you to work in that place. And it also corresponds much more to your personality, to your core beliefs. But it's not that the other job, the one maybe you're still in that you're not really connecting with, not that it's not good, because I feel like the change you had to do in the less comfortable job, or you're missing out on information, or you feel like people don't give you the information or something like that. I think that experience has allowed you to figure out who you are, and what you stand for, what you will tolerate and what you won't, and what your philosophy is. And now you can sort of establish what is most essential for you in going back to that main gig. I'll call it main gig because I don't know what to call it. Comment down below. Let me know what this is all about, Libra. Share your journey. Share what you're going through. Is there a back and forth there? Have you been put in a space or put in a job within the same company and, just because, and you had to, and was it a promotion? Was it not a promotion? Was it something you were interested in, or did you have to basically take it? And now you're able to move back to what is most important for you, this job and this responsibility you have. But you have to prove yourself again. And you feel like you have to prove yourself at every move, but I think that goes for everyone. But this time it's really, it's something you connect with, Libra, right? And I think you like fair and square, and I think you're very happy to go back to the fair and square, and with the justice, there you are, right? Understanding that job serves you well, so you do, right? It's an equal give and take. Wow, very interesting reading, Libra. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and every one for sharing, subscribing, for sharing your journeys. Please comment down below. Let me know where you stand on your path. and what you're going back to. And if you're not comfortable sharing your journey, which I completely understand, not everybody wants to share their journeys on this platform. I say that every time. Just put a heart down below and let me know if you connected with these energies. Thank you so much for watching, Libras. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps the channel. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.